Hey guys, welcome back. Here's another simple recipe. This is some boneless baked chicken thighs with some vegetables. This is yummy, yummy, yummy. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is clean my chicken. I have my chicken in a bowl and some water with a knife, and all I'm doing here is just removing that extra fat off of that chicken. I do not like a piece of chicken or a steak with just a bunch of fat on it. Do not like that at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean my chicken, rinse it off, and start mincing up my onions and bell peppers so that I can go ahead and start my seasonings. So I want to start off with a little bit of olive oil, some Slap Your Mama seasoning. Because I want it spicy, I'm going to also use Tony's. I'm going to use a little bit of garlic powder, some onion powder, some paprika. I have some parsley flakes, and I have some garlic pepper seasoning. I'm also going to use chicken broth as my base instead of water, just for a little bit more flavor. So I season up my chicken really, really well, and look how beautiful that looks. Listen, put as much seasoning as you can handle for your food. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my onions at the bottom of the pan. I don't want them directly on top of the chicken simply because I want my chicken broth to kind of soak into my onions and my bell peppers. Now, the colorful bell peppers look beautiful with this dish. You can use whatever color bell peppers you like, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken broth. So I'm using 1/4 cup here, but I'm going to do two. So that's about a half a cup of chicken broth. I'm going to go ahead and put some foil on top of the pan. This pan is going to go into the oven for about 20 minutes. And look at this. Look how beautiful that looks. Now, what I'm doing at this time is adding just a piece of butter on each chicken breast as it came out of the oven. Once I do this, it's going to go back into the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, and this is going to be complete. Next, I'm going to start on my mixed vegetables. So I have some broccoli, some cauliflower, and some carrots. Now, this is frozen vegetables. If you want to do, fresh, you can. So I'm going to put about 1/4 tablespoon of butter into a pan. I want my pan to be nice and hot so my butter can melt. Once the butter melts, I'm going to then add in my vegetables. At this juncture, I've turned my fire all the way down on really, really low because I really want them to steam, but I also want just a little butter as well. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper to my vegetables just for a little seasoning and some taste. Mix that in really, really well. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on this, and this is going to simmer on low for about 20 or 30 minutes. Next, I'm going to start on my mashed potatoes. So I have about four medium-sized potatoes. This is the most medium size they had in the bag. So I have them in a pot with some nice hot water, and they are going to boil for about 15 to 20 minutes or until soft. Once they are soft, I'm going to go ahead and peel those um, and peel the skin off and put them back into the pot. And I'm going to use 1 cup of milk to my potatoes. I have a half a cup measuring cup there, so I'm using two of those. I'm going to do another 1/4 of a tablespoon of butter and have my potato masher. I'm going to mash that butter down in. I have my fire on low just to give it a little heat while I'm mashing the potatoes. Of course, I need a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I'm going to add some sour cream, approximately a tablespoon of sour cream to this, um, a half a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. You can use any type of cheese you like, and I'm going to chop up some chives. Now, I grow my chives right in my windowsill. So I pull this right off my windowsill, rinsed it off, and I'm chopping those chives right into my potatoes, okay? And then once I have chopped all of my chives into um, my potatoes. I mixed it up, and that is it, guys. This was another simple recipe that did not take long at all. It is delicious, it is yummy, it is a home cooked meal. I hope you enjoy.